Allah, if Matawale did not leave that position as the State Minister of Defense, that is to say, Tinubu is also part of the factors, the elements that is promoting and encouraging banditry in Nigeria. Let me say again, if this man did not leave that seat, I am telling you, that is to say, Tinubu is the #1 person encouraging banditry in Nigeria. Because I'm wondering why this person, with all this, is not even no more an allegation now. In short, Sheikh Murtala started. Now his special assistant is even coming out with evidence of how he has bought cars, how he has actually pampered these bandits, and at the end of the day, you still have a government allowing this kind of person to remain in government? What? Well, the fact is, well, I want everybody to know, and the international community to be aware as well, that this man should not be trusted with classified security informations as far as Nigeria is concerned, because he has a heavy allegation that linked him to all this banditry and terrorism everywhere. So why should it be? And in the spirit of, if you think it's a fight to just kick out a northerner, bring another same northerner and a Muslim, and at the same time, nobody has a problem with that. But why should this person, with so much in his hands, still remains and be privileged to highly classified security informations in the country? For God's sake.
Monday, the 15th day of December is today, 2025. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining me in this video. I was controlling the insecurity trend in Nigeria on Facebook, and I see that hashtag arrest Bello Matawande, or hashtag Matawande, is having momentum, is gaining momentum. And when you go through the videos and posts of so many people, I see that the Minister of Defense, Nigeria, they call it Minister of State, that is a junior minister, he has questions to answer. And if Nigeria is a working country, I think the man should be behind the bar. But this video, I'm not focusing on the man. I'm focusing on the man who appointed him. That is the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There is no doubt that Tinubu's attitude seems that he is collaborating with terrorists. We have had a lot of allegations against him, like what Marcel said, former governor of Kaduna State, on Chinese television, what Babada Ahmed said on Chinese television, and in their testimonies, they said that Tinubu is using the office of the National Security Advisor to pay bandits, to pay terrorists in Nigeria. Up to now, the spokespersons to President did not deny the fact. Are they afraid to deny it? Maybe RFI have a lot of information about that. And we believe that. Now, we kept quiet, like, let us forget about it for the future. Let's be monitoring the issue going on. Now, if Tinubu is a serious person, when the governor of Zamfara State, you know the capacity of a governor. A governor is not the kind of person that comes out to talk anyhow. I understand the fear they have put in our governors. For example, look at what happened in Benue State. After the governor of Benue State said that they have conducted a judicial panel of inquiry, and they discovered that so many senators are sponsoring the killing of Benue State, sponsoring the genocide.
Because top politicians who are very functional and are in the National Assembly and are in Abuja are the architects and advocates of not just instigating, but harboring and keeping these people and feeding them in the bushes and taking care of all their needs and buying all the other gadgets for them. This is extremely unacceptable. If they do not love the lives of the people and then they're only fighting for their own political position, I think I am serving the interest of the common masses, and it is a concern to me, and it is my right to protect them. So once we receive this report this coming week, we're going to take it up very seriously. There are quite a number of big names that are mentioned here. So this is where we are.
All right. We'll be looking forward to the report and making it public. And for the interest of the people of the state, I'm hoping that people will not instigate and continue to allow the killings of the people. But Governor, thank you so much indeed for your time tonight. Governor,
They threatened him that he's not going to return for the second time. He changed his mouth that there is no genocide again. Just imagine someone who came to national television to make a statement. He made a U-turn after releasing the necessary documents to international community. So that is by the way. And let us focus on this issue of Tinubu Minister of State, because that is an indictment to Tinubu directly. If you understand the law of aiding and abetting, for example, you are aiding a criminal through any means at all. You yourself is also a criminal. So DSS actually controlled this man before they approved the ministerial appointment, right? Something is fishy. Now, an incumbent governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, every now and then this man is making this statement that Tinubu's Minister of Defense State is a terrorist. He harbored terrorists in his home. He sponsored terrorists. He paid terrorists. A lot of people have talked about this. A lot of people have, lamented about this. But it seems that nobody cares. Okay, let's forget about that now. Let's focus on the issue of the terrorists themselves. Bello Turji is a wanted terrorist. He said this man built house for him. This man is paid him. This man bought healers for him. Now, this man wanted to deny the allegation. A sitting governor cannot lie. The same terrorists are lying? No, that is true. Now, the testimonies of two people, let us see, is not enough. Someone who served under you as a special assistant when you were governor, he came out to make a statement that, yes, you even use my account to pay the terrorists and all those. And this man is still the Minister of Defense. See, this thing you people are doing, Tinubu, is not good. You people are gradually turning Nigeria into Islamic State. You people are turning Nigeria into a caliphate state. I saw the command line after you were swearing in. The president, the vice president, the Minister of Defense, the Minister of Defense State, all the line of defense, they are full with people who are sympathizers to Sharia law, who are sympathizers to these terrorists, the chain of command. Recently, the man who said that fighter jet cannot penetrate where the terrorists are resigned honorably. He said he's sick, but we know what happened because of pressures. But what is Bello Matawande doing in Asorok? This man should be behind the bar. He don't have any excuse. Like Bello Matawande don't have any explanation to give Nigerians. I have the documents that they released February about the things he did for the terrorists. What is he talking about? Come on. This video is not all about tribe. But if this man is from the southern Nigeria, if he's from Edo State, Delta State, southeastern Nigeria, this man's supposed to be in Kuje prison. He's supposed to be in Kuje prison. Ordinary allegation that they lay on Chris Ngige, that he gave contracts to people he knows. He's in Kuje prison because his name sounds Igbo. Mind you, this video is not all about tribe. Tinubu, what you are doing is very, very dangerous. It is so clear. If the sand is too much in the soup, the blind man will notice that there is sand, even though he cannot see. Your attitude and your gesture towards what is happening in Tinubu, it proves that you are collaborating with terrorists. How can you appoint someone like Bello Matawande to be a minister of state and everybody's calling for his removal? You keep quiet like you are not hearing? What the hell is this? Now, the issue of terrorism sponsor started making sense right from 2015 up to today. After 10 years, we have been able to establish it that APC government are terrorist party. They are terrorist organization. Just a very pure terrorist organization by the virtue of what they did first, by importing terrorists into the country. They admitted it on the national television that they imported terrorists into the country. What is actually wrong with black man? I understand that what is going on is a global phenomenon. This issue of jihadists and Sharia in America, in UK, in Australia, in Germany, in all these Western countries, there is heat now. What is happening is a global phenomenon. It's also happening in Nigeria. If people who are not a Muslim, there is, and like these countries I'm talking about now, they has nothing to do with Sharia. But due to immigration of people who came into the country, they started promoting or practicing Sharia. And now these people are feeling uncomfortable that they can't stay together. Then think about it. What of we that are living with these people, trying to conquer us by all means? Look at the people they arrested in Kwara State. they said that the government gave them the gun, that they took the gun from Abuja. Some people are saying, no, the armed robbers are lying. We should not believe them. Are we dumb? We are not. You mean someone that they have caught, like, he's at the mercy of the law, now confessing, look at who gave me this gun. You are saying that the person is lying. Okay, let us control the registration of the gun. Okay, I put in a call trying to figure out the registration of the gun, but the access was denied. Nobody answered me, like, who are you? That is what they are even asking me, who are you? I wanted to know the registration of the gun. They caught with those people that said the government gave them the gun. Let us see the registration, and then I will track it and know whether this gun is actually from the Nigerian military, because this is not the first occasion where they arrested terrorists, and the terrorists confessed that the ammunition they are using, the gun they are using, AK-47, belongs to Nigerian military. This is not the first time. So Nigeria is not transparent. They are just ruling this country like a secret society. They shut down aircraft. ISWAP shut down aircraft. The fighter, what is it called? The pilots ejected. They were able to maneuver and ejected before the thing crashed. Release the black box. Let us see. Let people control the black box to know what happened to the... See, terrorists has taken over this country, and it seems the government are 100% in support. The other of my video, I talk about how Afghanistan fell. Afghanistan fell into the hand of Taliban. It was not by force. I told you what was happening in Afghanistan before. They were free people, no Sharia imposition, nothing. At the time, these people started fighting, just like what Boko Haram is saying that they want Sharia state in Nigeria. So as they were fighting, the US have to help Afghanistan soldiers to start fighting these people. So the fight was literally reduced. They were confronting each other little by little. So these people have to implement the principles of infiltration. I have talked about all these things. Go and watch these videos. Now, they implemented the principles of infiltration. Principles of infiltration is where these jihadists who want to implement Sharia in any country will have patience and send themselves into the recruitment of the military of that country, into the government of that country, into the offices of the leadership of that country. Now, in Afghanistan, they send them into the military and they exercise patience for 10 years. These people are patient and strategic. So the people that entered into the military in Afghanistan, they had to rise to the office of commanders and generals. So after they rose to that office, they saw that yes, they have a significant number of people in those offices. They went offensive against the Afghan army and the US military. So when they went offensive, you know what happened? Those people who have occupied those major positions, they started making calls. Surrender. Imagine you are in the war front, you receive call from your commander, surrender. So the Taliban did not kill any Afghanistan army because it was a collusion. In the voice of T.Y. Danjuma, he said they are colluding. He used that term because maybe he don't understand deeply what that collusion means. It is called the principle of infiltration. It's a principle of conquering territories. It's a principle of taking countries. That was what happened in Afghanistan. So the Afghanistan fell. When the US saw that, oh, this is the strategy, US had to leave because the people in the army are already colluding with the terrorists. Through the principles of infiltration, got them there. So the US had to leave and leave them under the spell they are in today, Sharia law. So that is what is actually going on in Nigeria. And if anybody tells you that Nigeria will not fall because you are from the south, because you are a Christian, it will not happen, I will laugh because you don't know. You don't have this idea of what is actually going on. Your Minister of Defense, Junior Minister of Defense, what is even Christopher Musa, who is the Minister of Defense, talking about the allegation to his counterpart? What are your celebrities talking about? You see, the terrorists that were caught were saying that government gave them the ammunition. Instead of the Nigerians to ask questions, they were talking about Penda. People are talking about Harrison. People are talking about this. People are talking about that. And you are going to hell. Your countries, your communities are going to hell. And it's happening before your eyes. They are diverting your attention with news and on unnecessary things. It is a pity. It's a pity, and I actually want to understand fully that Tinubu is not in support to counter-insurgency. His gesture speaks loud about it. For leaving a Minister of Defense who is literally a terrorist in your regime, it means that you yourself is part of it. That is what it means. I mean, the list, the documents of the house he built for the terrorists are there. The document of the car, the account he put the money, everything is there. His PA, SA, confessed it's true. The sitting governor of his state, his governor said it is true. The terrorists they have been sponsoring said it is true. These people are sponsoring us. And Tinubu, are you sleeping? Are you dozing? Even though you are part of them, Tinubu, be very careful. Be very careful. People have been presidents before you. People have been presidents before you. Where is Buhari today? Your coalition with Buhari imported bandits into this country. Tinubu, you are part of the major problem. Your coalition imported terrorists into this country. Not that we don't know. Now, someone like Kowa Baraje, a lot of people in Naya Baribe, Erofai, these people have come to national television. I have the videos. They said your coalition, that ACN and CPC, Buhari is from CPC, Oshomonde, Tinubu from ACN, they joined together to form APC. They imported terrorists into the country. Who is fooling who actually? No, who is actually fooling who? Ask questions. These people are your problem. Tinubu and all these people, they are your problem. This is a global problem, I know. The infiltration and the promotion of jihad, of Sharia, is a major global problem. But be very careful with this APC government. They imported these terrorists. They started everything. Everything you are seeing today. Everything you are seeing today in Nigeria. We only have corruption before. Boko Haram had been from 2000. It was well managed. I know Obasanjo made a mistake by allowing Sharia into the Nigerian constitution. See, the only solution to all these things is that people should come together in peace and let this country part, if it is into 10 ways, 10 places, let them part it up 10 places and develop relationship between the two countries. Just like Nigeria and Cotonou, Nigeria and Togo, Nigeria and Ghana. Let people live in peace like that. We are not one, and we can never be one. This is not one ideology. We are one as Africans. We are one like humans, but we are not one culturally and otherwise. And that is contrary to the definition of nation. The Britain that amalgamated Nigeria, they could not live with people who came as immigrants into the country. They are asking them to go now. No Sharia, go, leave our country. But you amalgamated these people to live in a country. I am Okocha Marcel. I'm a conflict and insecurity reporter. I believe that the only solution available for Nigeria is Nigeria to part ways in peace. If Nigeria did not part ways in peace, God keep you alive. You will understand that generations to come, you will not have a place to call your home. Ask questions about Istanbul, Turkey today. Ask questions about Iran. Ask questions about Lebanon. These countries were never an Islamic or Sharia country. But it started like this. They used the principles of Takia. They used the principles of Hudabiya, the principles of peace deal. They used the principles of infiltration. And that is exactly what is going on in Nigeria today. So stay with me because I will always let you know what is going on in this channel.